Hey everyone, it's Stephanie here, and today I have a card to share that features the January 2015 Simon Says Stamp Card Kit. This is a really fun wintry themed kit that features some really nice grays and aquas and purple colors that look really great when combined together. So to start off my card, I just went ahead and die cut one of the pattern papers from the Bow Bunny Altitude 6x6 pattern papers that come in the kit, and I just used a stitch rectangle die to cut that out. And I'm taking one of the pieces of cardstock, this is the Fog, and creating a top folding 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. And I'm just going to set that aside, but I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to position things and how I want to set up the card design. So I'm using the purple cardstock that comes in the kit. This is a really vibrant grapey purple, so I really didn't want to use a whole ton of it on the card. I decided to use it as a matte behind the gray piece, just to kind of give the pop of purple color but not have it too overbearing on the card front. So I just went ahead and figured out, got it cut to size so it was a little slightly larger than that gray piece. And then I'm just kind of figuring out the components for the card. So I'm going to use this snowflake die from Simon Says Stamp, and I was originally going to use the Winter Wishes sentiment, but I ended up changing my mind. But I'm going to go ahead and cut out some pieces out of glitter paper. Now at first I was only going to use one snowflake with just glitter paper, but I ended up using the large snowflake with silver foil paper and a smaller snowflake with the glitter paper. I just decided I thought it would look nicer if I had a couple of snowflakes layered on top of each other rather than just having one snowflake by itself. So before I do any of the adhering of the snowflakes, I need to stamp on my sentiment. So I'm just using the Thanks that comes in the stamp set, and I stamped it with VersaFine Onyx Black ink because I want to add some clear embossing powder over top of that sentiment. And the Onyx Black ink is a pigment ink which holds that powder on it and allows you to do some embossing. This is my favorite way to do black heat embossing versus using actual black embossing powder. And then I just went ahead and stamped the little sentiment underneath the Thanks, and I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this down onto my purple piece. And then once I have that adhered, I'm just going ahead and adding the snowflakes. I'm using Matte Multi-Medium from Ranger because it's a really strong adhesive, and if any of it oozes out the sides of the snowflake pieces, then I'm not worried about it being seen because it dries completely matte. So I went ahead and picked out a purple button from my button stash and just kind of picked one that I thought matched the cardstock piece. And I tied a piece of silver stretchy cord in through the button and then just went ahead and adhered that directly to the center area of the snowflakes. Now this will take a little bit of time to dry. I did let it dry and set it aside for a little bit before working on the rest of my card and adhering that piece to the Fog card base. So you just want to make sure that that button's completely adhered on before you start playing around with the card and stuff, because it'll end up falling off if it's not completely dry. So now that I have it on there, everything's dry, we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of clear sequins all around that snowflake area. I'm just using the Matte Multi-Medium once again to adhere those on, and just my favorite way is to just use a pair of tweezers and just kind of pick the sequins up and put a little bit of adhesive down to hold them on. And then my tried and true favorite thing to do with sequins as of late is silver stickles. I have been using them like crazy. I just love how elegant and festive and shiny it looks using the silver stickles, not only in the center of the sequins, but kind of all around as well. So I probably went a little overboard, but I went kind of all over the entire card front with the silver stickles and just made it the whole card front really sparkly and shiny to look like there was snow falling all around. I thought it just went really well with the bokeh look on that pattern paper. And then that completes the card for today. Super simple but super elegant. A great way to say thank you in the winter months to all the people that you need to say thank you to. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.